Okay, hi guys, this is Miss Collins. So, whenever you see me make a video and I'm not saying, hey boo, that's because I'm here to address something again. And this is going to be the last time I'm going to say this. So, I'm getting a lot of comments about, me buying my makeup and, my rewards card and so forth. And, why aren't you saving your money and this and that? All right, who saves money? Who can save money in New York? Even if you try to save money, it's not going to work. Okay, now as for me personally, I have my triggers. Okay, and I have my issues and I have my concerns and I have my reasons. A lot of my subscribers, you haven't even seen half of the videos that I've made. I've been making videos since 2000, if not sooner than that, because I've been making videos even when my oldest son, the one who's in the military, was 5 years old. But I didn't know anything about vlog. My main concern was capturing the moment, making memories. So my videos trickled over into YouTube, and it started with makeup. Okay, it started with makeup until disaster hit with NYCHA. Disaster. Now, let me put my glasses on. Okay, when I say that you have not seen all of the videos that I've created, you haven't seen all my photos either. And why? It's because they are in what's called a lockbox with attorneys. Attorneys, they maintain videos and photos in what's called a lockbox. And I maintain my videos and photos on what's called a SanDisk. Those little square things that I showed you guys. So, let me show you a little something here. I'm going to show you what triggers me. Every time I think about this, and I'm going to always think about this as long as I am Jacob's mother, as long as I am Daniel's mother, I'm going to think about this. Am I going to forget? No. Am I going to forgive? I've been trying to. It's not working. So let me just show you something. This is my profile here. This is on one of my laptops. Okay. That's 2007. Okay. Jacob was born 2004. July 2004. He was supposed to have been born in August. Jacob was born a month early. Why? Because of NYCHA. Let's go into 2007. 2007. Right? We're not going to go 2008. This is what you, my subscribers, have not seen. Okay? So this is inside my bathroom. These are repairs that NYCHA refused to make, despite their court orders and so forth. They didn't make it. Now, 2007, which means if Jacob was born 2004, he's about 3 years old, right? All right, keep watching. You see that crib right there? That's Jacob's crib. He was a baby. You see in my window? NYCHA came and put plastic around these windows because the draft was coming in and the mold was coming in by way of rock tort from the roof. We were on the 4th floor, which was the last floor. Above our heads was the roof, right? That's Jacob's crib, okay? Let me move forward, okay? You see that right there? That's mold. That's mold. That's the shade from the windows, and that's water mold coming in on me and my baby, right? Daniel, he was a teenager. He was about, I would say, 17 years old. He was little, okay? That's the AC. This is chip paint that's falling in on the inside of the tape that they put. That's the chip paint that's coming off around the windowsill. That's chip paint. Let me keep going. Now do you see it? Now do you see it? So whenever it rained, this chip paint, it would chip. NYCHA kept doing this. Instead of just repairing it, I'm triggering again, guys. Give me a minute. NYCHA just kept putting tape around this. Okay, moving forward. You see all of this green, gangrene, all of that right there? Okay, that's the courtyard, right outside our windows. All right? These scaffoldings been up there. They was up there for years. So water would sit here. You would smell the mold. You would smell the mildew. So it was coming into our windows. We keep moving. Okay. Right outside our bedroom window. Now, this was the living room window. Because right out here, you go straight out there into the street. Now, so we were blocked in with this in the front. And in the back, there was a junkyard. Right outside our bedroom windows was a junkyard. So whenever there was welding and soldering or whatever the case may be, the fumes would come into our window. You see all of that? Okay. That were the fumes. So we had the asbestos and the mold coming in on our heads from the roof. We had this coming in through our back windows in our bedroom. And then we had the mold and whatever coming in through the scaffolds in the front. Okay. See all that? Okay. This is more of the ceiling falling in on us. This is the window. And this is the ceiling falling in on me and my little baby. All right. You see that right there? That's the window. NYCHA was told, this is the ceiling part of the window. NYCHA was instructed by court-ordered judge, a total of 4, to get these windows out. Remove the entire frame, remove the window pane, remove everything. NYCHA didn't do that. They didn't do that. Okay, you see this? This window here, I believe this is the window that was nearest to Jacob's crib. You see his little baby thingies right here? NYCHA came here and they put tape. They put tape around this window. You see this? That's mold. This mold attacked my baby. This mold attacked Jacob while he was in his crib. I had to take him to the hospital. I ran to the hospital. He was only a couple of months old. He was like about 3 years old, 2, 3 years old. Yeah, he was about 3 years old, but he was little. He was little. Nevertheless, he was little because I still had his little baby thingies right here. And he was in the hospital for about a week. Okay. You see this? That's the window also. That is the window. That is the mold NYCHA refused to address. Even though there was court orders? Yes, even though there was court orders. Even though there were court orders, they didn't do it. You see what they did right here? They built this little wooden something another to try to seal in. To try to seal out the mold again. Instead of just taking the mold with the molded window out. That's what they did. Okay? Still watching? You see what they did, right? This window was right near my son's crib. I'm going to keep on going. What is that? That's some type of spray thing that NYCHA used. But you do see the mold, right? You see the mold in here? This was near my son's crib. Okay? They was trying, they sprayed, they did all kind of stuff to try to keep the draft out from coming in on my baby. I had to move his crib. I had to take his crib out of this room. We had to go out of the room into the other room. You see that? This is what they did. Yeah. All right. Now this right here, remember that junkyard that I was telling you guys about? In the wee hours of the night, they would come. They would come and burn rubber tires. in the wee hours of the night, they would burn rubber tires. So we would be smelling this. We would be smelling the burning of the rubber tires in the wee hours of the night. You see the fire? Okay. Did you show this to NYCHA? Absolutely. This window was facing towards the World Trade Center that way. So the wind would blow. You see the bubble right here? So not only were we getting the burning of the tires, we was getting the asbestos on the roof. We was getting the mold that was in here. And we was getting everything. It was coming in on us. So our respiratories were damaged. We're damaged repeatedly. You see, this is my oldest son, Daniel. Okay? You see his skin? Look closely at his skin. Yes, what you see is his skin. He was a teenager. They told me that they need to do a skin biopsy on my son. They had to do it. They wanted to do a skin biopsy on him because they said that he was suffering from skin fungus that came in through the windows, damaging him. You see this? This is what NYCHA did to the tile. They call themselves repairing this tile. They took the tile out and they put in poor quality tile on top of tile. When they actually finished taking out all of the tile, there was 4 or 5 layers of tile underneath this. See that? Now all they needed to do was take this out and fix the subfloors and put the same color tile on top. But that's not what they did. Okay, this is the bathroom. You see the bathroom? I had to make the repairs. Because NYCHA refused to make the repairs to the bathroom. This was at a totally different address. Right? I had to make the repairs. That's my drill. Those are my tools. And I still have those tools to the day. I had to make the repairs here. When I finished making the repairs in our bathroom, at the other location that we were at, the 2041 location, you didn't even know that it was repairs that I made. Because when contractors came, I would think within 2 years after following my repairs, contractors was like, where does a repair need to be made? I said, I showed them the wall. They was like, oh, it's already done. I said, I did it. Do I have the receipts for all of the supplies that I purchased? Absolutely. That's my oldest son again. And we had to take him to the hospital. He was feeling sick. It was on this day that he came down with a fever. And that was because of the burning of the tires that were in the back. This is Jacob's bed. Jacob laid right next to him. And that was a protection thing to keep Jacob from falling. Okay. Yeah, so eventually I took the boys out of this room. I took the boys out of this room and I put them in the other bedroom because this room was the bigger room. I took the boys out of this room. I put them in the other bedroom, and I slept on the sofa in the living room. Yes, you see that? I had to move Jacob's crib out. All of his little bunnies and all of his little stuff was damaged. All of Jacob's little baby things. All his little baby things was damaged. Throw it out. That's mold. That's water damage. That's mold. Okay. You got a better look at it now? You see what NYCHA did? My child's crib was near this window. It was this window that Jacob laid next to and developed pneumonia in his lungs. And his primary care said to me, if I didn't act as fast as I did, my baby would have died. This is Jacob. That's him right here. See his little face, his little head, playing with his computer. Okay? Was that before or after? That was before. That was before. It was that night. It was that night that he got sick. Now do you see him? Now do you see him, right? And that window. That window. So that window was like that, and you kept him there? No. They came and they did that to the window. They said, there's no problem. I don't have to worry about it. Whatever the case may be, he should be okay. I moved all of his little kitty things, all his little stuffed animals. I threw them out. Whatever the case may be, that they put whatever they needed to put, tarp or whatever, and they said he should be fine. He wasn't fine. You see? That's a little separation thing there to keep him from falling. That was his bed. His brother's bed was right next to him. Okay. See that? NYCHA did this. This is when I took the boys out. After Jacob was in the hospital sick. This is what NYCHA did. You see Jacob's stuff? This is 2008. It's underneath the kitchen sink, where my nose kept bleeding. That's in the living room. Let me see if that's in the... No, that's the bedroom. That's still in the bedroom. You see the mold? Yep. NYCHA had the audacity to tell me I should clean this myself. I said, no, I will not. This is 2009. So, all of this chip paint, NYCHA was court ordered to repair this. 2009, all right. And they didn't. This is 2010. You see the bubble? That's the air coming into the bedroom. That's NYCHA's cheap plastic. See? That's whatever spray thing they sprayed on the around the windows. That's the chip paint coming in. That's the mold, the water damage and everything on the ceiling and on the windowsill. You see that? Mold and water damage. That's the curtain. See, that's the curtain rods. And that's the ceiling part where the window is. This is 2010. NYCHA was supposed to repair this. Okay? NYCHA was supposed to repair this. You see that? Oh my God. That's right. That's the New York City Housing Authority, what they did. Yeah. That's what they did to me and my boys. Okay, so I took the boys out of the bigger room and I put them in the smaller room. As a result, you see all this on the ceiling? Okay, that's mold. That's mold and that's soot. You see that right there? That's water damage. There was water in the ceiling and it was causing a water bubble and it was dripping into the electrical near the TV. It was dripping in. You see, that's Jacob's little stuff that he got from the Museum of Natural History, all his Elmo. You see the ceiling getting ready to crack, right? Getting ready to crack and fall on top of Jacob's things. Okay. That's still that's, yeah. Okay. All that. I can go on and on and on and on. In conjunction with the photos, I have videos. When I think about running my son to the hospital because of the pneumonia and everything that he went through, it triggers me. So, like I said, when I think about everything that me and Jacob went through, remember the videos that I made of me being in the hospital with pneumonia in 2018? I should not have been in the hospital with any pneumonia in 2018. I should not have been in the hospital with any pneumonia in 2018 because there was a reasonable accommodation grievance hearing in 2017. And there was 2 HB actions, one in 2010 and 2015. So you see the repairs that were not made. And whatever repairs that were made were botched. And I got videos and photos of that, and so does attorneys from 2 major law firms. You see this picture right here? That's my baby in the hospital with pneumonia. That's Jacob in the hospital with pneumonia. They said he could have died. They had 5 different type of antibiotics attached to little J. And they said he would have died if I didn't act fast. All his asthma documents. The mold in our apartment caused my son to trigger again. I think he was about 10 here, around 9 or 10. And I had to grab him, put him in the back seat of my truck, and get to the hospital as quick as I could, because he could not breathe. You see this? He could not. He could not breathe. This is Jacob in the hospital with pneumonia from black mold. Okay. That's his skin, like his brother's, from skin fungus. They still want to do a test on Jacob, on his skin. They were saying that he was about 9 here, 9, 10 years old here. His toes, because of the discoloration of the pigmentation of his toes, they said it's because of lack of air that he was getting in his lungs. That's him again. This is Jacob. These are the balloons that he had for his birthday. As you can see, he had to spend his birthday in the hospital. Came back from the hospital. NYCHA claimed to have done repairs to the bedroom, but the repairs were botched. So I had to grab my baby back out of that room and back into the hospital. And that's where you see him here. Okay, that's where you see him here. We were waiting to go in. They put him on this thing here, and he had streptococcal, strep throat. So from the pneumonia, skin lesions, strep throat. Those are his tonsils. They were swollen. He couldn't swallow. He couldn't swallow. So again, that was in the front of the building with the scaffolds, with the mold, the mildew, the asbestos, what have you. Because following this, they did an asbestos abatement on the exterior facade. If you've been watching my videos, if you've been following my channels, you saw the work that they was doing and how it damaged us, and how the torch and the rocks and everything fell into our windows. So in addition to this, we got hit with the asbestos abatement. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. Okay? And right outside our windows, in terms of the bedroom, this is what was exposed to us. So when the wind blew from the World Trade Center direction towards this side, all of this dust and whatever from all of this came into our apartments. It came into our apartments. There was a HP action, right? 3045/10. This is 2011. Let's see. In regards to our bedroom window, what did NYCHA do? They came in. That's water damage. They did whatever they thought they was doing. However, this is about like 4 or 5 months after they started the repairs. They left it. So, of course, we being right below the roof, with the water, you know, the rain and the snow, whatever, that settled on the roof, water came in and caused this water damage. You see that? That's all water damage. Water damage, water coming into our apartments, okay? Water damage, water settling on the windowsill. As you can see, this, that's mold. That's black mold, and that's water damage, okay? So you're saying that NYCHA came in, even though they was ordered by the court to do work, they just did whatever and just left? Yes. 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 So did attorneys come in and take a look at that? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. They came in and they seen all of this. They seen all of this. That's why there was another lawsuit, 2017 and 2015, because it went back on the calendar. So this is mold. This is mold. This is mold. They left everything, even their buckets. They left even their buckets of whatever. And they just left. You see these guys right here? Meanwhile, this is what we're dealing with, me and Jacob. You can only imagine what was going through my mind mentally. My baby trying to heal. I'm trying to heal. My oldest son trying to heal. And these fucking people was burning shit. Burning rubber and burning off. Look at this. And did I show these photos to NYCHA? Absolutely. Look. Look at this. So, NYCHA came back because the attorneys went after NYCHA about leaving the whole water damage, something or another. So then they came back and they gutted. They gutted this. Okay? Now, they told the attorneys, oh, there's this insulation. When the attorneys came and they seen this, they said, there's no insulation here. There's no insulation. None. Okay? So this was proof that NYCHA lied. NYCHA told the court that all my windows had insulation. It did not. You see that? It had zero insulation. You see that? Now, how long did it take for them to repair this? When they started to do the repair on this, they left it. They left it just like this for 6 months. My son came home from the military on leave and saw this like this. He stormed down to the management office. Now, Jacob came home from the pneumonia. They left it like this. They left it. My son went right down to that management office and said, what is this going on here that you're doing to my mother? He's the witness. They left it just like this. They left your bedroom windows just like this for 6 months. And the attorneys came each day and took pictures per day. Per day. Per day. Yep. So they have it. They have this on file. My oldest son have this on file. Yes, these are our windows. Look at this. Oh my God. Exactly. 6 months it was left like this. Now mind you, this is 2011. The HP action was in 2010. Right? 2010. And this is what you did. This is what you did. Does the judge know anything about that? Does the judge know anything about me developing pneumonia in my lungs in 2018? No. They don't know. So, oh, what is statute of limitation? No, it's not. No. No, it's not. Not with my case. Not with my case. Because if I go back down to the court and I show the court this. Now, as a result of all of this, my primary care physician, has been monitoring me. He's been monitoring me. He's been my primary care physician before my oldest son was born. And my oldest son is now 36. He's now Jacob's primary care as well. So this doctor has been in the family for a long time. So he knows me. He knows me well. So what causes me to trigger? What causes me to buy makeup? What causes me when I think about this? When I think about everything that I went through from beginning until now. And if it's just makeup that I'm purchasing, be glad. Be glad that that is all that I'm doing. Considering every damn thing that I've been put through. Don't question why. Just say thank God that that's all she's doing. Okay? Yes, my doctors are saying you need to go and speak to a social worker, so forth and so on, because you have so much depression in you. You have so much emotional distress in you, and you have every reason to feel the way you do. Your frustration is explanatory. It's right there in everyone's face. When something that could have been addressed, it could have been, my condition could have been avoided. Easy. It could have been avoided. Whoever was the super during 2010, 2015, 2007, 2006, 2005, whatever, should have been fired. He should have been fired. He should have been fired. But instead, he was promoted. He shouldn't have been promoted. Because he's actually the cause of all of this mess. If he would have just been compliant. So, if it's just makeup that you're buying, Miss Collins, just to make you relax and to de-escalate your frustration and your anger, okay. But keep that appointment. Did you speak to a social worker? I spoke to NYCHA social worker. She wasn't happy in regards to what she saw. Oh, her last name Joseph. That's all I'm going to say. You could do the rest. But she was here. She came. Let me get through this. Let me get through this. I can't even go inside of these stores for the most part because I'll get nauseated. I'll get nauseated. Any videos that I make going forward is stuff that I've already bought weeks ago. Weeks and weeks ago that just sat there. Like, yeah, it just sat there. So, guys, with that being said, I'm only going to show y'all just a few. Okay, because you can see I have a whole freaking profile. A whole flipping book. That's what this is. A book. And it's interesting because I've gotten calls from politicians and elected officials asking me if they can, Ms. Collins, can we use your videos and your photos? No. Absolutely not. No. I've heard lawyers say to me, we've never seen anything like what you were showing us, Ms. Collins. We've never seen anything. You have an actual documentary. I don't want a documentary. I don't want a documentary. I don't want a documentary. I just want to be okay. I just want to be okay. I just want this to all stop. Every time I think about the possibility of me almost losing Jacob, so angry. I'm so angry. I'm so angry. And all the nosebleeds. I'm so angry. I'm so angry. I'm angry. I am pissed off, guys. I'm pissed off. But I'm angry. So you got lawyers telling you to sue NYCHA. They're like, Ms. Collins, you need to sue NYCHA. I just want to be okay. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking for a lot. I don't want to give no paperwork. I don't want to fill out nothing. I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to do any of that. Because I've done all of that. I've done all of that. I've given everybody what they asked for. And all I asked for was this small. All I asked for was this small. So that's my story. At least part of it. Don't ask me no more. Just don't.